The footballer can earn around $400,000 per ad. So he invested 16 million in Madrid, 44 million in Bucharest, and as much as 66 million in the Paris hotel. The soccer star is gonna be one of the wealthiest men in the world and oust Warren Buffett. Welcome to the Coin Post. The soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo, may Messi forgive me here, is the best soccer player in the world and among the world's richest men. When he was 35, he made $1 billion. For the record, legendary investor Warren Buffett got his first billion after he turned 40. Now the question is, can Ronaldo beat Buffett's $80 billion achievement? You'll agree that his start is much better, and the footballer doesn't waste money, except maybe for luxurious real estate and cars, but he invests in his own business. So hang on, Buffett, Ronaldo's coming for ya. Or not? Today, we're back with an unusual clip, as we were gonna take a famous person who not only makes millions of dollars, but also invests that money. We're gonna look at how successful these investments were, look at the choices made, and what return we can expect in the future. Let me remind you that you can join the best YouTube community by clicking the subscribe button. Now put on your favorite soccer scarf and let's go! Cristiano Ronaldo is a public figure, and we know that he spends his millions of dollars not only on luxurious real estate and cars, but also invests it in business. Which is perfectly right, because even the best footballer in the world, Messi forgive me here again, will eventually have to retire, but that doesn't mean he can't make any more money. Here's what we know about his business empire. As of the summer of 2020, he was officially a billionaire. Ronaldo is the third athlete in the world, after golfer Tiger Woods and boxer Floyd Mayweather, to make such a fortune during his career. He's the first person in the world to achieve this in team sports. Ronaldo's current salary is 31 million a year, which is not bad at all. But it wasn't those paychecks that made him a billionaire, although they certainly affected his fortune. It was the 323 million social media followers on which the footballer makes a lot of money. He has contracts with various brands, one of which is well-known Nike. And under these contracts, they pay for every Instagram or Facebook ad. The contract specifies how much each post costs depending on the number of views, likes, and other engagement of social media users. The real price of one ad is up to 10 to hundreds of thousands of dollars. According to various estimates, the footballer can earn around $400,000 per ad. There are lots of brands that Ronaldo promotes, even a steel company from Egypt. But the main source of income is Nike. In 2016, they signed a lifetime contract under which Ronaldo will remain the face of the brand even after his football career ends. And over the life of the contract, he should get about $1 billion. The only question remains how many years it will take, especially considering that COVID-19 hit Nike hard, and in the second quarter of 2020 the company lost about $790 million. Of course, many people expect the next 6 to 12 months to change the situation and then the economy would recover again, but so far they get only losses, and as a result they have to cut advertising fees too. So this was his income, and now let's talk about how Ronaldo is trying to multiply his money. Apparently he doesn't invest in the stock market, or at least not with big money. Otherwise we would have known. For the record, if he had invested $100 million in 2018 in the S&P 500, he would have got a 25 million return, and the Nasdaq index would increase the initial amount by 56%. But the soccer star chose a different path. He's building his own business empire, and his track record has following directions. He has a personal brand called CR7, which includes a line of perfumes, underwear, clothes, and shoes. Obviously, Ronaldo is the face of these companies and advertises his own products. Under the same brand, Cristiano has his personal museum, restaurant, gym, 2 mobile games, but the main investment was the hotels in different cities like Paris, Madrid, New York, and others. The amount of money invested is huge. So he invested 16 million in Madrid, 44 million in Bucharest, and as much as 66 million in the Paris hotel. It can be argued that the hotel business is Ronaldo's best bet. By the way, as I mentioned Messi twice, he also has 3 hotels, but in resorts like Ibiza. And I'll add that Ronaldo has 50-50 investment partnerships, whereas Messi owns 100% of his hotels. Ronaldo also has a separate rental business. He rents out, you'll never guess if you didn't know beforehand, luxurious jets. Now you can calculate how many times I've apologized to Messi, share it in the comments and give me a thumbs up. And we're moving forward. Let's look at the investment in terms of returns at the moment. Let's start with the question, why does Ronaldo make clothes, buy hotels, and rent out luxurious planes? I'd say he was following the first investment checklist rule from Warren Buffett, according to which you have to invest in a business you understand. Apparently, Ronaldo is a well-known footballer, has traveled and stayed in various hotels, used a lot of airline services, and advertised clothes. So that's where he decided to invest. It makes sense. By the way, all the rules on how to select companies to buy, Warren Buffett shared in the video about his right hand and partner Charlie Munger. You can find the link in the description box. But Ronaldo's business strategy has one huge screw-up. All of the activities are created for the carefree time when the economy grows, income rises, and people spend money on travel, clothing, and flights. Except COVID-19 has broken the pattern, and the UN estimates that the tourism sector has lost around $320 billion. And as we can see now, it's been more than 6 months, and the world has not yet returned to its usual pace, and it might not happen for another year or so. The coronavirus problem made people spend less. Many of them seemed to have removed their blindfolds and realized that they needed much less. And most of the spending was a tribute to the consumption economy. And I don't know the statistics for Ronaldo's hotels, but a major international network, Hilton, had to fire 22% of its staff, and the rest are working short shifts or on unpaid leave. Evidently, the pandemic hit Cristiano's business in the same way. In Ronaldo's defense, no one knew about the corona except for the reptiles, of course. But if his business was more diverse, like with the same mobile apps he was doing, then I would have started today's video saying that the soccer star is gonna be one of the wealthiest men in the world and oust Warren Buffett. But it doesn't seem quite plausible, and Ronaldo's further growth will probably be related to his sports career, and not to the investments that are now at risk. For those of you who think it's wrong to compare Ronaldo and Buffett, I'm gonna say this. Although old Warren was never a great athlete, and when he was young, these same athletes didn't have millions of dollars, but he did have a father who was a politician and an entrepreneur, which made little Warren buy his first shares when he was 11. In 1941, it was a very important boost for further development. So we don't know who had the best starting positions, and what really matters is not how you make the money, but how you manage it to build your wealth. And the main lesson of this clip is that when you're going to invest in an industry and you're gonna put a major piece of capital into it, you have to look at a negative scenario too. The question is whether tomorrow these products might become useless to everyone. Even if the answer seems impossible, it should still be taken into account, because the story of 2020 clearly showed how the tourist and aviation industry at one point became dramatically unprofitable. But at the same time, the world has moved even further towards digitizing, because it's online, it's distance, and it's safe. Share this video with your football fan friend and repost it as much as you can. I really want Ronaldo to see it, so he could change his approach to investing. Let's help him get richer than Buffett. And that's it for today. It's the Coin Post channel. Subscribe and get enlightened.